Brad fam? A couple videos ago I did cartoon conspiracy theories and you guys were really digging that and wanted to see more, and in the community tab I asked you guys which shows or games we should explore next, and a lot of you guys wanted video game theories. So with the recent release of Smash, don't know why I did that, I wanted to dive into some creepy Nintendo fan conspiracy theories because boy, there's a lot. So let's get to it. That is a terrifying picture. What a way to start a video. This theory says Mario is a sociopath, and you know what? I can kind of see it, but let's see what they say about it. This theory, courtesy of The Game Theorist, which I'm sure if you're watching this video, you guys all know who he is. That's an amazing channel. Really love it. And makes some very compelling arguments. Might sound pretty weird to most Mario fans out there. In fact, it would sound weird to anyone who's ever heard the franchise because Mario is supposed to be the hero. But he very might as well be crazy. The idea that this plumber who goes around the Mushroom Kingdom stomping enemies, abusing animals, I got a bone to pick about that one too, and taking all sorts of suspicious substances is a little bit off his rocker isn't too ridiculous once you think of it. I mean, it really isn't, because you die 100 times. Okay, you're jumping all over the place. You're going up against Bowser, who is like 5 times, actually no, probably more than that, our size, and is really, really terrifying to look at. And like, we really are just mean to the mushrooms. Like, what did the Goombas ever do to us? Well, they did a lot, actually. They kill us. Okay, never mind, I kind of see his point. Despite its childish aesthetic and generally fun atmosphere, the Mario series does include a decent amount of violence, all perpetrated by our friend Mario. So is Mario crazy after all? Now, like, this theory, obviously The Game Theorist dives way more into this. If you want to watch this video, I'll link it actually down below. The thing is, couldn't you make this argument for like a lot of heroes in games, in like animes, in cartoons? I just feel like, now the whole violence thing, I mean, when you first hear violence, you want to almost roll your eyes, right? Because it's like kiddish, like there's no blood, there's no guts. So without gore, to say violence feels like a strong word. It's really hard to try to wrap my head around the idea that Mario isn't the hero. But if you just try to flip your way of looking at it, he does go around just messing up everyone's day. I mean, there's these poor little Goombas, okay? They're just doing their duty. They're doing what they were assigned to do. Protect the area, you know? Ward off any intruders. And here comes Mario just stomping on us. Okay, and then when we try to defend ourselves, people think we're the bad guy. I don't know, I'm talking like one. Are you really the good guy, or are you only a good guy because you think you're the good guy? Because I mean, to the bad guy, are you a good guy? Have they twisted in their head to where they're the good guy and you're the bad guy? This is very confusing and hurts my brain. Let's move on to another one. You're the villain in Pokemon Red and Blue. Again, with the whole, you think you're the hero, you think they're the hero, and then it turns out you're not. And again, it's just kind of like life, right? It's all about perspective. To somebody, you're not going to be the good guy, even if you're convinced that you are. But let's find out why we're not in these games. You're just a kid getting his first Pokemon, setting out to become the champion. Simple and harmless, right? I don't think that's how it's going to go in this theory. Actually, you're pretty evil in Pokemon Red and Blue. First off, you totally murder your rival Gary's Raticate. Think about it. After a particularly grueling battle aboard the SS Anne, you encounter Gary in Lavender Town. Oh, and there's a lot of theories about Lavender Town. That's pretty darn creepy, but I've also already covered that in a previous video. A long time ago, like 3 years ago. I think I covered it. I'll link that video down too. The distinct home of dead Pokemon. When he asks if you know what it's like to lose a Pokemon, you battle again, but his Raticate is gone. Tragic. I don't know why I laughed at that. That is kind of sad. Later, you encounter Gary as he becomes the Pokemon champion, a title you quickly steal from him. God, we just will not give Gary a break, will we? Then, during the game's ending scene, Professor Oak scolds Gary and congratulates you. Okay, this is the making of a villain. Okay, Gary is gonna be out for blood. I mean, do you blame him? We're kind of ruining this guy's life. Did I mention that Gary is an orphan and raised by his grandfather who just happens to be Professor Oak himself? Killing Gary's... Wow, that's like some family drama right there. Dang. This theory's making a lot of sense. Killing Gary's Raticate, robbing his championship title, and stealing the praise of the only adult that loves him. 3 strikes and you're a dick. Okay, this theory really puts a real dark spin on a childhood classic game. That is so sad, and I never really thought about it, but yeah, you are ruining Gary's life, and we are horrible people. How could we do him so dirty like this? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. It's really easy to like make yourself out to be the villain when you like line up little things like here and there. Like, of course, if you're like destroying towns or like accidentally hurting somebody, like a bystander, like yeah, you're gonna be a bad guy. And that like makes sense. But this, we're making repeated decisions targeting Gary. Wow, okay, this one just made me sad. Kirby 64 has a post-apocalyptic Earth level. What? Okay, intrigued. But there's something quite unsettling in the earlier versions. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. One world might actually be a post-apocalyptic Earth. It seems not everything is cute and cuddly in this pink blob's life. The world in question is Shiver Star. Shiver Star? Is that Shiver? That's Shiver, isn't it? At first glance, it's just an off-white icy planet, but look a little closer and you'll see outlines of Earth's continents. Oh, that's what the picture is. Okay, yeah, I kind of see it. There's like Africa and Europe and Asia. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it. Head down there and you'll explore an abandoned mall. Oh, a creepy experimental lab? Oh, and an empty city with a big robot boss? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. What else could that possibly be? Well, I mean, I guess it could just be like an Earth-like place, but it said abandoned, and that implies really creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. Why is this in this game? It seems Earth met its demise at the hands of overconsumption and unstoppable man-made machines. Whoa, that's dark, Nintendo. I mean, like, Nintendo, while they like to make things that look like very kid-friendly, very colorful, you know, there's some dark stuff hidden in like these games and like these backgrounds. Maybe that's why they stay so timeless. Like as you get older, you still enjoy these games. Wow, that's sad. If you ever played this game, did you see this level that they're talking about? And like, did you see the abandoned mall? That's really creepy. I want to see pictures of that though. Interesting. Okay, this next one is seriously messed up. This is the theory that inspired this video. Look at that. The coins in Mario are actually lost souls. Take a minute, let that sink in, okay? Like, we've all died. Hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions, I guess, if you played this game a lot consecutively for many years. We've died a lot, okay? Like, we can all be in agreement. Good or bad, you died a lot playing Mario games, okay? This theory has you thinking, what happens in this world when you die? Okay, we're playing as the main character, so when we die, we get to come back. If you think about it, it's kind of like we're stuck in like a limbo purgatory situation, doesn't it? We're just like doomed to relive the same events over and over and over again, ultimately meeting our demise and then being forced to go again. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a metaphor for this being like hell or like some sort of purgatory situation. Here's an insanely interesting concept about the gold coins Mario collects throughout the game, broken down in great detail by Reddit user Samuel Earl 666. Really interesting name there. The fire flower shoots fireballs, burning its victims to a crisp, which begs the question, why is a coin left behind? Because they're souls, as the theory goes, and that's why they give you extra lives when you collect them. What? Okay, I had to go more in detail. Is this still posted? Wow, that is a really long theory. This person went into depth, boy. Okay, they wanted you to know that they thought of this theory. So let's read it. The fire flower shoots fireballs, that's it. It's not the Midas flower or the magically turn stuff into coins flower. It's a fire flower. It burns its victims to a crisp. So why would coins be left behind? The answer is they are souls. Why doesn't other attacks give you coins though, you ask? It's because the body isn't destroyed and the soul simply isn't released. What? That is some deep dark thinking there, bud. I believe that the coins scattered around stages are from things that died long before you got there. Oh, so some like fossilized souls, basically. Also, you were actually given a coin whenever Yoshi eats anything. That means that not only can Yoshi process life force or something to create mushrooms somehow, but it also devours souls. Wow, Yoshi, I thought you were just like this cute, cuddly little dinosaur lizard thing, and now I'm seeing you in a whole new light there, bud. And it's a bit terrifying. If you are a theory lover like me, you should already know that the countless Mushroom Kingdoms residents Mario murdered during the first game. For those that don't know, the instruction manual for Super Mario Bros. 1 states that inhabitants of Mushroom Kingdom were turned into bricks. I didn't know that. What the heck? Yes, the exact same ones which Mario smashed on his journey. If the bricks are Mushroom Kingdom residents, then how are there coins inside them? What if Mario was actually harvesting the souls of innocent toads? Whoa, okay, this theory is so dark and, you know, kind of makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh my gosh, that makes this into like a horror game. This one just seems really sad. I feel like a lot of these just seem really sad. Luigi is weaker than Mario because he was traumatized as a baby. Oh, poor little Luigi. He's so adorable and cute, and now we're about to learn why he's so sad. Redditor Jolly Rain, I don't know, that's how, we're just gonna go with that, points out that in Super Mario 2 Yoshi's Island, baby Luigi was captured and imprisoned for the entire game, while baby Mario was searching for him with Yoshi. That's so sad and kind of adorable because they're little babies, but also just like really sad. In this theory, this led to Mario being brave in the face of adversity and shaped the brothers' weaker personality. This idea is solid, though Luigi isn't really less powerful as much as he's not as brave or confident. Oh my gosh. I mean, that is like their personalities, and I guess that could be a defining moment. We all have defining moments in our lives that shape us, whether we are aware of it or not. So that makes a lot of sense, and it's like really sad. And oh my god, I just want to hug little Luigi. Oh, that's so sad. Donkey Kong killed Mario and Luigi's father. The last theory actually had me just thinking, where were their parents? Like, in that whole situation, where were the parents? I mean, it might have been explained in the franchise and like I just never came across it or don't remember ever learning about it. But okay, well, maybe Donkey Kong had something to do with this. One fan theory is so full of tragedy and family intrigue, it would make Shakespeare blush. Oh gosh, we are in for a doozy, aren't we? The Reddit user who poses this theory goes into extreme detail, but it boils down to the identity of the character Jumpman, who looks suspiciously like Mario in the Donkey Kong games. Here's how it works. Mario loves Princess Peach and lives in the Mushroom Kingdom, while Jumpman loves his wife, Pauline, who lives in New York City. While some have assumed Mario and Jumpman to be the same person, actually, I did. I always thought that was Mario. Does that make me dumb? I hope not. This one says other people did too, so I don't feel as bad now. Mario would have to have a major midlife crisis to go from a New York City plumber to a savior of a magical kingdom. It is a video game though, guys, so like, that's in the realm of possibilities in my book. But what to explain of their resemblance? Jumpman is Mario and Luigi's dad. Honestly, they had to come from somewhere. Okay, so like, yeah, they had to come from somewhere, right? I mean, it's also a video game, so I guess like technically they wouldn't have. But they were just babies in the last theory, so where were their parents? Unfortunately, at the end of Donkey Kong Jr., Jumpman is the antagonist of Donkey Kong and dies at the end, killed by Donkey. In all these decades of gameplay, Mario has yet to seek revenge. The Reddit user goes into more depth on the theory. If that was their father, why hasn't he sought revenge? And like, what happened to the mom? Okay, the dad died. What happened to the mom? Did she just like deuce out of there when the dad died? Because like they were babies and that's really sad. Okay, now this one's about to take a incredibly child-friendly game and make it just nightmare-inducing. The Animal Crossing cult. Are you a victim of a child abduction cult? Getting involved with a cult is almost never funny. I like how they said almost. When is it funny or fun? It's a tragic way for people to lose loved ones or all their possessions, sometimes even their lives. Anybody with half a brain would not go near one, right? That's not very fair. I'm not going to dive into the whole psychology of why people fall for cults or believe in them or start them, but that's not really fair to say it's because people are dumb, okay? There's plethora of reasons why people are susceptible to being misled and abused. Okay, but we'll save that for another video. Well, there is a theory that the adorable Nintendo franchise Animal Crossing is in fact a cult. Do tell. I am very intrigued because I just think it just seems like cute, happy, colorful adventures. I would never in a million years think this has to do with the cult. The game begins with us being taken to a village by an odd turtle creature based on Japanese mythology. When we get there, there's a house already set up for us. Huh. We didn't ask for it, but as soon as we got there, a little raccoon tells us that we now owe a large sum of money and are expected to pay it off as soon as possible. Yeah, okay. Seeming a little cultish. We can't leave the village because the roads are always blocked by guards. We are being forced to work, fetch fish, find fossils, deliver this item, all to pay off that debt. Eventually become one of them and stay forever, or shut off your Nintendo and go to sleep. It's just not so innocent when you look at it like this. Wow, okay, I went into this thinking, how are you gonna make this make sense? And now, it makes perfect sense. That is so creepy. If that wasn't intentional, how did that just accidentally happen? Was the person that thought of this in a cult? I was done with this video, but then I came across another fan conspiracy theory, and this one's about Smash Bros. And since one was just released and that was the inspiration behind this video, I wanted to hop back in and share this one with you guys. So this theory comes from The Game Theorist, and it's about Super Smash Bros. This theory would have you look at the series in a tragic light. Ooh, okay, interested? The theory claims that the entire series is a gamification of the, am I saying that right? Gamification? Yeah, I think so. Of the life of creator, with Master Hand representing Sakurai's creative influence and Crazy Hand representing his resentment towards sequels. Yeah. The room featured in each game changes with each entry, gradually transitioning from that of a child to a young adult. Really? I don't think I've ever noticed. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I don't pay attention to things like I thought I did. In the series' last entry, the Master Core character was introduced. In the series' latest entry, the Master Core character was introduced, apparently representing Sakurai's desire to put the franchise behind him. As interesting as the series is, it's probably a stretch to believe it in its entirety, though some of the symbolism that's brought up here is pretty convincing. Right off the bat, that one doesn't really seem to be that far-fetched. I feel like that is a fan conspiracy theory that's pretty darn believable. I mean, he hasn't made it a secret that he doesn't enjoy, or he isn't as enjoying creating these games as much as people are loving them, right? Like, I feel like that's a pretty commonly known fact at this point, though another game just came out, so. And people are even speculating that Ultimate is going to be the very last Smash game to be released, because it, like, I think their reasoning for this is mainly because every character ever is in this game. But I believe they just came out and said, no, this isn't probably going to be the last one, but it's going to be a while until a new one is released. Was that actually confirmed? Did I just hear that? No, I think it was actually confirmed. I know there was like other versions of this theory where they state that there's a lot of like dark symbolism in it to make you feel like he's not in a happy place, and that he felt like it was crushing his creativity, and that, a child's mind has like all these bright, beautiful ideas, and then as you grow older, it gets like more dark, and you get more constructed and like put into these boxes because of the pressures from outside forces are influencing your creative process. I mean, when you really dive into the whole like psychology, I guess, behind this theory, it is pretty sad and dark that someone would feel like restrained, I guess, in their creative process, and felt like adulthood wasn't living up to, childhood fantasies. So like that's really, really sad. But I mean, I feel like a lot of like creative people like go through that. So it's pretty believable and understandable, I think. But it is just a theory. A game theory. I'm sorry, was that embarrassing? I had to do it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching these Nintendo fan conspiracy theories. Lots of them were creepy. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, give this video a big thumbs up so that I know you want to see more like this. And if you do, this channel, I want to incorporate more of you guys' like comments and suggestions. So if you have like another game or TV show or movie or cartoon that you want us to dive into like the fan conspiracy theories of, totally leave it down below and it might be used to make a future video. And until next time, keep with the radness, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Bye!